One of the coolest parts of covering the new games each month on Steam is that you can really start to get a feel for how the industry is evolving. Fueled by another successful Next Fest, this month we have 10 new titles that look like they're going to show us how this year may end up. Will visual novels continue their decline? Will we finally get a completed open-world adventure? Will 2025 be when Mango Party claims Game of the Year? All links to the games can be found by following the link to my Patreon. First up, we have one of the top adult games from the last Steam Next Fest, Sapphire Safari. This homage to Pokemon Snap looks great, and my only real concern is how long this early access release will take to finish. This game has already been in development for 4 years, and the developer says, likely it will take longer than a year to completely build our dream game. Build our dream game is not an encouraging phrase if you're looking for a timely release. However, this is a developer that provides robust roadmaps, and the game has already come a long way. I think this could be a great way to pass the time while you wait for the release of Squadron 42. Good luck! Sapphire Safari is available for PC on Steam, Patreon, itch.io, GOG, and Jast. Speaking of games leaving early access, next up is the release of Price of Power. I first covered this sci-fi fantasy visual novel over 3 years ago, and we are finally at a completed main story. So, does that mean that this slow burn romance is complete? Yes, but there are 5 planned epilogue chapters in addition to the 25 chapters in this full release. So I'll let you decide. But this is still a great looking visual novel that finished its story and didn't break it up into multiple paid releases on Steam, which I appreciate. Price of Power is available for PC, Mac, SteamOS, and Linux on Steam and Patreon, with an Android version on their itch.io. Our next title, Delivery Hot, was actually removed from the last Next Fest for over a day, and still found a way to not only come back and become the most played adult content demo, but also place 37th out of all of the demos of Next Fest. I had so much fun playing this quirky pixel art adventure that I'll be doing a full review when it comes out later this month. Until then, Delivery Hot is available for PC on Steam. I also really enjoyed playing the demo of our next game, Bloodcrawler. This looks and feels like a classic 3D JRPG. What concerns me is that when this game came out on DL site last year, it did not perform nearly as well as I expected. However, if you are a fan of NTR, then I think you'll have a fun time. Bloodcrawler is available for PC on Steam. It seems like there is an emerging trend that if you make a successful summer-themed game, that you are required to follow it up with a winter sequel. That's where we are with Winter Life in the Countryside, the sequel to the 2021 Steam release, Summer Life in the Countryside. It looks the same, it plays the same, but if you enjoy this kind of art style and gameplay, then that's a good thing. Just make sure to download the content patch. Winter Life in the Countryside is available for PC on Steam. One of the biggest surprises for me from the last Next Fest was how our next title, Lord Goblin, underperformed. I don't really know why it did. The art is good, the castle management gameplay is fun, and I enjoyed the story. Maybe goblins are just not as popular as they were a few years ago. Definitely let me know what you think. Lord Goblin is available for PC on Steam, with a Mac and Linux version on their itch.io. Next up, we have Yoshima Hentai Simulator. This is a pretty straightforward dating sim. It looks good, has fun minigames, and is well polished. However, nothing really stands out compared to other games in this genre. So definitely check this one out if you enjoy dating sims, but probably pass on Yoshima Hentai Simulator if you don't. Available for PC on Steam and Patreon, with an Android version on their itch.io. One of the biggest requests I get is to cover more games for women. Fortunately, the developer of our next title, Hopepunk City, has a proven track record of making great games and stories with both male and female protagonists. While this remake still looks dated, and the story can get pretty political, there are not many games like this on the market. Absolutely check this out if you're looking for a more feminine perspective in your adult gaming. Hopepunk City is available for PC on Steam, with a Mac, Linux, and Android version on their Patreon and itch.io. If you enjoyed Sex and Coffee in the last Next Fest, then you will probably be interested in our next title from the same developer, Blood and Lust. While this visual novel doesn't have the same kind of coffee-infused gameplay, it does have similar themes and animations as you attend a vampire academy. Blood and Lust is available for PC, Mac, SteamOS, and Linux on Steam. And finally, we have Monstrous Liberation. This female protagonist adventure really reminds me of Kill la Kill, and not just because both have magical scissors. While this is early access, I really like the art style, and I'm intrigued by the fantastical liberation plotline. I enjoyed the demo, and I'll definitely be checking this one out when it releases later this month. Monstrous Liberation is available for PC on Steam, with a Linux version on itch.io. There you have it. This is definitely the strongest month of releases so far this year, and it really makes me excited for the rest of 2025. At the rate our industry is growing, there will come a point where I'm not going to be able to keep up with all of the releases. Between Next Fest and all of the new releases this month, there's a lot to play through, so this video was a later release than normal. Sorry about that. Hopefully, all of these new games means that there will be even more for you to enjoy. Let me know what your favorite is, and until next time, no shaming, just gaming.